Earthliness is always a short game because it always has an end game. Grace and peace, everybody. Welcome to Sabbath School Study Group. My name is Chris Bailey. We're on the road in Little Rock, Arkansas, and grateful that we can still be in the Word together, because in this series, we're going through Colossians and touching in with being in touch with Christ, living with Christ. So this part one, the lesson's entitled Ending Earthliness. And when I think of earthliness, I think of things that are of this world. And one of the things that makes living in this world so much different than living in heaven is eternality versus finiteness. Everything is going to end here because it is of this world. So when you look at the counsel in Colossians chapter 3 and verse 5, where it says, "Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth." Now, what is of this earth? Fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. These are the things that are of the earth, earthliness. I can say that I am guilty of many of these things, and you can too. So altogether, we've all made these mistakes before. And my question to us is, when we were living that life, or even if we're in that life now, does it go on? Like, does the joy or the thrill continue? Does the high keep lasting or even go higher? Does the feeling, the elation, the apparent comfort, does it last? It doesn't last. It's an end game, which is why earthliness is always a short game. Hello, friends. Just want to let you know, just in case you don't know, we have a new channel, and that's Sabbath School Study Group. You literally can click that link right down there below, there in the description. Go to that channel if you just want to check out Sabbath School Study Group. All the studies, all the lessons, they're all archived there. So we might stop putting the lessons here at Change Ministry. So if you want to keep getting Sabbath School Study Group, take the 5 seconds, hit that link below, subscribe to that channel, and make sure you keep getting these lessons. I love Jesus' words in John 3, where he makes it principled, where he says, now whatever you want to think about, that, whatever it is, which is born of the flesh, if it's come from the flesh, it's flesh. And that, whatever you want to think of, is, if it's born of the spirit, it is spirit. So things that are born of the flesh, they are flesh. And therefore, nothing born of the flesh can be of or in the spirit. In the same way, whatever is born of God, born of the Spirit of God, it cannot be flesh, because its origin dictates its output. In the same way, you can and we can't expect anything earthly or earthly to last forever, because it's from here. One more in Colossians 3 verse 1. If you then be risen with Christ, here's the hope of the gospel. If you've been risen with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God. Here's the opportunity. The opportunity now, if we know that everything down here has an end game, everything up there we have access to from God through Christ. So if we've been risen with Christ, if we've been born again, even in this body, our faith is in Christ. And because of that, our life is born of God. Our hope is born of God. All things good are born of or come from God. And that is an eternal resource. That's an everlasting source. And it's why, in this way, being a Christian, being a believer, makes a lot of sense. One, because living with Christ will never end.